Hello friends and viewers, and welcome to my Layla character guide. If you are here for a quick reference, I've created a pocket guide for the beginning of the video. Please note, I consider the Castalia at rank 3 the most important investment. The Castalia at rank 7 and rank 11 may be invested later. Without further ado, my introduction. My name is James. I'm a global player and I started playing Sword of Convallaria in September 2024. I'm a longtime strategy and turn-based RPG fan with the Fire Emblem series, Tactics Ogre, and Unicorn Overlord as some recent titles I enjoy. I'm a PvE-focused player in Sword of Convallaria. I have no interest or knowledge of PvP. As a global player, I lack the technical knowledge and exposure to the Taiwan and China scenes. As a result, I'm subject to feedback and I'm open to being wrong. If you come across conflicting information to other guides and creators, then there are absolutely multiple ways to play a character. Play your way. As a fun fact about myself, I am a Thai tea boba enjoyer. Layla's trait is Iris Vanguard. This increases her magic defense and allows her to perform preempt 2 to 6 times per round within 1 to 3 tiles of her, depending on star level. She can block both physical and magical attacks, and at the end of her turn, she gains the Iris Vanguard buff, increasing damage dealt by 40% and ignores 20% of the target's defense. Please note this can be dispelled. Her initial skill is Brutal Blow, which deals 130% damage at 2 energy cost and no cooldown. As such, it is easy to maintain uptime on the defense buffs. This is Layla's only single target energy spender, and this is good for use in early Voyager progression, but unlikely to be a regular part of Layla's skill loadout. At rank 1, I recommend Co-Defense. If using Co-Defense with Shared Tribulation at rank 3, Layla will quickly activate Co-Defense. If using with Encounter Stance at rank 11, the defense gains from this skill will add to her attack. As a defender, Layla should regularly be within 2 tiles of allies, so it's easy to get value from this passive. Police Lasso is a team-dependent ability, specifically with Rauya Nostalgia or Darken, if you learn their lasso skills as well. The debuffs allow you to crowd control and reduce group damage taken. Alternatively, if you know you will play Encounter Stance but not Co-Defense, it's reasonable to learn this merely for the defense stat gain. At rank 3, I recommend Shared Tribulations with a Castalia for Shelter from the Storm. Shared Tribulations can instantly reposition your party to Layla, and even move up your party's position at the start of a battle. With Assisting Cover, Block Enhancement, and Comrades, these enable Layla to take physical, magical, and ranged attacks for your party. Shelter from the Storm grants Layla herself damage reduction 4, reducing damage by 40%, and grants allies physical defense and magic defense buffs, and uniquely the only source of piercing damage reduction. This quickly buffs your party with damage mitigation, and this skill may find its way against piercing mechanics and mutations. At rank 5, your options are Quell the Tides or Front Defense. Quell the Tides allows Layla to dodge ranged attacks if her speed is higher than the enemy once per round. Ranged attacks ordinarily come from Destroyers, Watchers, and some Breakers, all of which Layla outspeeds as a defender. After dodging, Layla then deals damage to a random target in a 3x4 direction. Because Layla's trait allows her to regularly perform preempt, she will often take attacks from the front, thus bringing value to front defense. Quell the Tides protects Layla from ranged attacks and returns some battlefield damage, whereas front defense protects her from melee attacks with preempt. Either reaction is valuable in their own situations. My pick here is Quell the Tides. At rank 7, I recommend Cloud Slash with a Castalia for Night Crimson. Cloud Slash initiates as an AoE ability, dealing 75% total physical damage and inflicts enemies with the Vulnerable to debuff. Layla will then gain Iris Vanguard and Slash Clean for 1 turn, temporarily converting her trait's preempt to an alert. Layla also brings the only unique Night Crimson Leader's aura, increasing damage by 12%. If you are regularly playing Night Crimson units, now or in the future, consider a Castalia for this. At rank 9, I recommend Sword in the Staff for her basic attack upgrade. By itself, Sword in the Staff has a low damage floor for a basic attack, but a high damage ceiling up to 145% damage when you meet the debuff count. After meeting the debuff count, this is Layla's strongest single target attack, even dealing more damage than Brutal Blow. Dispelling Strike brings utility by dispelling enemy buffs. Depending on your current character roster, if your dispel options are extremely few, you may consider selecting this. At rank 11, I recommend Encounter Stance and a potential Castalia for battlefield traversal. Encounter Stance converts 40% of Layla's magic defense to her physical attack, making magic defense a damage increase stat. Sources of defense gains, such as from gear or buffs, thus become a power increase. Conversely, this also means defense debuffs will be a power decrease as well. Battlefield Traversal further reduces damage taken, grants Layla immunity to Scorch and skill interruption effects, and clears special tile effects. With the ability to clear special tile effects, this is worth picking up for any stages where special tiles are particularly egregious. Both skills are strong, so prioritize the skill that best aligns with the role you want Layla to play. Encounter Stance for dealing damage, or Battlefield Traversal for group support. This build focuses on out-of-turn damage, utilizing Cloud Slash to turn her trait from Preempt to an Alert, returning additional damage via Quell the Tides, and increasing her physical attack through magic defense with Encounter Stance. If you did not use a Castalia for Night Crimson, then substitute with Code Defense. This build focuses on party support, using Shared Tribulation for positioning and assisting cover, and Shelter from the Storm to quickly grant party-wide defense buffs. The flexible skill slot may include Code Defense, Night Crimson, or Battlefield Traversal, whatever is most appropriate for a particular stage. For weapons, Newborn Blade is Layla's best weapon for damage while also increasing her HP. This pairs well with Encounter Stance and the Fool's Naivety Tarot. Senator Swift Sword has a higher HP ceiling than Newborn Blade and can be used for the movement debuff. Guardian's Will is another reasonable option to increase Layla's toughness, provided you are able to maintain high shield uptime. For Trinkets, Hunter's Intuition is best used with Cloud Slash, increasing Layla's alert damage. Fancy Hat protects Layla's action economy and increases her magic defense when healthy, further bolstering her capabilities as a magic damage tank. The magic defense increase is also a slight gain to her physical attack if using Encounter Stance. Because Layla performs Preempt, she will always face the front and benefit from Mystery Guardian's physical defense increase. Additionally, immunizing defense attribute debuffs will protect her damage output if using Encounter Stance. Shield of Justice increases attack and defense when a physical shield is active, and refreshes a physical shield every 2 to 3 turns, depending on star level. This is a strong option for damage and mitigation if you are able to maintain high physical shield uptime. For Tarots, Destruction of the Tower is a strong option to increase Layla's Preempt and Alert damage and her Quell the Tides reaction. You may consider avoiding the Lifesteal hidden effect in favor of a physical attack roll. Be mindful that Tower offers no benefits to her basic attack or Cloud Slash's initial damage, so you can also consider Dream of the Magician to amplify her damage as well. The Fool's Naivety is an option to increase her HP and potentially net more damage, and also pairs well with Newborn Blade and Encounter Stance. Silence of the Hermit is a fine option for Defender with the sole purpose of reducing damage taken. For Engravings, Sword and Wand is the best general use resonance for the attack and defense bonuses. This is also the only reliable resonance combination that will increase her out-of-turn damage. If you are invested in playing Layla as a tank against magic damage, it's reasonable to consider the Pentacle and Cup combination. To provide some composition and usage tips, in the current character roster, Layla has the highest base magic defense in the game among defenders, taking over Suppression's spot. This further defines her as a magic damage tank, so she is a strong candidate to play against Destroyers and Watchers. Conversely, she does have low base physical defense among defenders. You might consider other units to tank against physical damage, or properly supporting Layla proactively with healing or by debuffing physical enemies. Layla is part of the Night Crimson, Iria, and Discipline categories. Consider building a team with Layla utilizing her own Night Crimson leader's aura, or with Dantalion's leader's aura. For external category buffs, Dentalion's aura provides the unique effect of more damage to enemies with 3 or more debuffs. This is the same condition to increase the damage of her sword and the staff basic attack. Inanna brings Soulmate. This is a great ability to have in an Aryan team, providing attack and defense buffs. As Layla regularly plays within her allies, she easily benefits from and contributes to the target count. Layla is a member of the Discipline category. However, she will not benefit from Akambe's or Leonine's leader's auras, as she doesn't have any skills with a cooldown of 4 or more turns. I want to take a moment to call out my YouTube members for supporting my channel and me. With their support, they help with bringing more Sword of Convallaria content forward. On this channel, I offer the Rare and Epic membership tiers. At the Rare tier, you have access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, and member shoutouts in future guide videos. At the Epic tier, you'll receive all Rare tier perks, as well as access to PDF copies of all my guide content. Thank you for your time and consideration. It's the most valuable thing anyone can ever ask for. This concludes my character guide. As mentioned in my disclaimer, I welcome feedback and I'm open to being wrong. I'm still learning and improving just like you are. Once again, if you find conflicting information to other guides or content creators, then that means there are multiple ways to build a character and still achieve success. If you have any feedback for me, please feel welcome to comment below. I also have my various social media platforms on this slide here. Last but not least, I want to credit and shout out these resources that helped me put this guide together. Voyage Memento for their character build samples and reference links, the Sword of Convallaria No Potion fan site for skill images and skill descriptions, the Sword of Convallaria Cloud Drop Wiki for skill filtering and gear images, and the Billy Game and Game Key Chinese sites for character art assets. I highly recommend visiting these links to build your Sword of Convallaria knowledge. Thank you so much for watching this character guide, and I will see you in the next one.